Good morning to all of you. I am honored to be here today for the groundbreaking ceremony of the China Aid subsidized housing project, which will provide 1,996 homes for low income families. This project marks a crucial step towards addressing the housing crisis that so many families in our urban areas face. Housing is far more than just a place to live. It is the foundation of a dignified life. A secure and comfortable home enables individuals to meet their other basic needs. It provides stability for families, fosters a nurturing environment for children, and offers the space for communities to grow and thrive. However, for many low-income families in urban areas especially, these aspirations remain out of reach. Urban housing issues in Sri Lanka are complex, particularly for low-income families who face overcrowding, inadequate sanitation, and a lack of essential services. Many of these families live in informal settlements where living conditions are poor and the basic rights to water, sanitation, and electricity are often denied. The struggle to find affordable and adequate housing is an ongoing challenge. Unfortunately, this situation disproportionately affects women, who are often the primary caregivers and responsible for the well-being of the family. In many cases, women bear the burden of maintaining a home in spaces that are overcrowded, unsafe, and lacking in privacy. Women and girls' needs, including access to safe spaces for personal growth, education, and employment, are often overlooked in urban planning and housing development. When low-income families are provided with homes, these houses must meet the essential needs of all family members. They should offer access to natural light, fresh air, livable space for the entire family, and safe play areas for children. It is also crucial that these homes provide spaces that allow women to participate in economic, social, and political life. For women, access to a safe and secure home is not only a matter of physical shelter, but also a fundamental human right that influences their ability to pursue opportunities and contribute to the economy and to society. Moreover, housing should not be seen as a standalone issue, but as part of a broader vision for building inclusive communities. It is about creating spaces where people can not only live, but also thrive, communities that are built on care, mutual respect, and the inclusion of all voices. Community participation in the planning and development process is crucial, ensuring that the perspectives of women, marginalized groups, and those directly impacted by housing issues are heard and valued. I sincerely hope that this project and other projects undertaken by our ministry will consider these aspects very seriously, because we've had many projects in the past which have left people out of the planning process, where the voices of those who are actually should be benefiting from these projects are often unheard. And I think our government intends to do better than that. A recent community manifesto on housing and urban planning, titled Reimagining Colombo as Utopia, highlighted the voices of those who are often marginalized. As one participant wrote, "We are neither objects nor subjects. We are citizens with the same rights as those for whom luxuries are made." This powerful statement reflects the fundamental need for inclusive spaces and the right of every individual, regardless of gender, social or economic standing, to live in dignity. The National People's Power government, through our election manifesto, A Thriving Nation, A Beautiful Life, has underscored the importance of providing every citizen with a comfortable home and healthy living. This vision goes just beyond just providing shelter. It is about ensuring that everyone, irrespective of gender, ethnicity, or economic status, can live with dignity, access opportunities, and build a future for themselves and their families. We understand the pressing housing challenge in Sri Lanka, particularly among low-income families. In Colombo alone, approximately 65,000 homes in low-income settlements are spread across 1,000 acres. These homes are often overcrowded and lack basic amenities such as clean water, electricity, proper sanitation, and even fresh air. In these conditions, multiple families frequently share a single house, further exacerbating their struggles. The situation is particularly difficult for women, girls, and children who face additional challenges related to safety, privacy, and the burden of managing household chores in cramped, inadequate spaces. I am hopeful that this project will not only improve living conditions for low-income families, but also empower them with better homes, fostering vibrant, inclusive, and thriving communities where everyone can flourish. On behalf of the government and the people of Sri Lanka, I extend my gratitude to the government of China for their unwavering support and their partnership in this vital project. As we move forward, let us ensure that every Sri Lankan, no matter their gender, socioeconomic status, or background, has access to a safe, secure, and dignified home. Together, we can and we will build a thriving nation and a beautiful life for all. මම වචන ස්වල්පයක් සිංහලෙන් කියන්නම්. අපි ඉතාමත්ම ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා මේ චීන ආණ්ඩුවටත් චීන රජයටත් මේ ව්‍යාපෘතියත් එක්ක අපිත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වීම පිළිබඳව. මේක නිකං නිවාස ව්‍යාපෘතියක් නෙවෙයි. නිවාසයක් කියන්නේ අපි දන්නවා පවුලකට පුද්ගලයෙක්ට රැකවරණය දෙන තැනක්. නිකං ගෙදරක් විතරක් නෙවෙයි. මේක තමන්ගේ පවුලට ආරක්ෂිත තමන්ගේ අවශ්‍යතාවයන් පුරවැසියන් හැටියට ලැබිය යුතු හොඳ ජීවිතයකට ගුණාත්මක ජීවිතයකට තිබිය යුතු සියලුම දේවල් ලැබිය යුතු තැනක්. එතකොට ගෙදරක් විතරක් නෙවෙයි, නිවසක් විතරක් නෙවෙයි, ශක්තිමත් ප්‍රජාවක් ගොඩනගන්නත් අපිට අවශ්‍යයි. එතකොට මේ ගෙවල් තුල විශේෂයෙන්ම කාන්තාවන් හා දරුවන්ගේ ආරක්ෂාව, ඔවුන්ගේ අවශ්‍යතාවලට ලැබෙන අවකාශය, ලැබෙන ප්‍රවේශය මේ සියල්ල ගැනම හිතලා සහ සියලුම දෙනාගේ සහභාගීත්වයෙන් මේ ව්‍යාපෘතියෙන් ප්‍රතිඵල ලබන ඒ ප්‍රජාවත් ඒ පවුල්වලත් සහභාගීත්වයෙන් මේ ව්‍යාපෘති ඉතාමත්ම සාර්ථකව කරයි කියලා කරගෙන යයි කියලා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අපේ ආණ්ඩුවට අවශ්‍ය විශේෂයෙන්ම නගර ආසන්න ඉන්න අඩු ආදායම්ලාභී ඉතාමත්ම දුෂ්කර ජීවිත ගත කරන ආරක්ෂිත නිවසක් නැති නිසා ඉතාමත්ම අනාරක්ෂිත ජීවිත ගත කරන සියලු දෙනාටම කිසිම වෙනසක් නැතුව ජාති ආගම් ස්ත්‍රී පුරුෂ සමාජභාවීය කිසිම වෙනසක් නොකර ඒ සියලු දෙනාටම ගුණාත්මක ජීවිතයක් සතුටු ජීවිතයක් ගත කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිහේ අවස්ථා සියලු දෙනාටම ලබා දෙන එක අපේ අරමුණ. ඒ සඳහා චීන ආණ්ඩුවෙන් අපිට මේ ලැබෙන ආධාරය අපිට මේ ලැබෙන සහයෝගය ගැන අපි නැවත වතාවක් ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙමු.